Do you find yourself wondering where your pay has gone each payday? Are you constantly wondering how you are going to cover the bills that are due before your next pay? If you are nodding right now or answered yes to those questions, stick around as we discover how post-payday money management can help us. How we manage our money right after we receive it can be a deal breaker for our financial goals. Welcome to Forever Finance, where we want to live our lives our way. Let's talk about some common pitfalls that many of us encounter. Overspending. It's the classic trap. You finally make it to payday, and suddenly it feels like you're flush with cash. But before you know it, you've splurged on things you don't really need, and the money disappears faster than you can say budget. The worst part is, this gets harder the longer your pay cycle. I have worked in jobs that have monthly pay cycles. It was a great feeling seeing that big lump of cash hit my bank account. But it took a lot of learning and a few weeks on rice and water to learn that I wasn't going to see that again for some time. And then there's the impulse purchases. You know the feeling. You stroll through the shopping centre, standing in line at the service station or browsing online, and something catches your eye. Next thing you know, you've swiped your card and added another unnecessary item to your collection. Technology is making this trap increasingly easier to fall into. By using your phone and not having to physically get money out and hand it over, there is a psychological disconnect in our spending. And let's not forget about saving, or the lack thereof. Not only is the cost of everything increasing, from food to fuel to finances to borrow money. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and forget about the future. But without a solid savings plan, we're left vulnerable to unexpected expenses or unable to reach our long-term financial goals. So how do we overcome these challenges and make the most of our post-payday funds? It is important to be deliberate with the actions you take with your money. Your situation is unique to you, so your post-payday plan will suit you alone. We know that our mindset is a big determining factor when it comes to our finances. So, you should gradually introduce some of these ideas. Budgeting after payday isn't just about tracking your expenses or telling you what you can't do with your own money. It's about making intentional decisions with your hard-earned money. Start by listing your essential expenses. These are the things each of us have to pay for every day when we wake up, like rent, utilities, and groceries. What you do with your budget after allocating your essential expenses will vary, depending on where you are with your financial journey. If you are brand new to money management, you will need to allocate to build your small emergency fund. Even a minor emergency or expense at this time in our journey can derail our goals. If you are focused on debt elimination, you will be allocating your funds towards your debt plan. Find a debt plan that works for you and stick to it. If you are a bit further along in your money journey, you may be allocating funds towards savings for future goals or investing. But it is not just about paying off debt or covering your essential expenses. Don't forget about discretionary spending. We are people who need to enjoy our lives now. Give yourself permission to enjoy your money on the things that you want. Whether it is enjoying your regular barista-made coffee or setting some money aside for takeaway when you catch up with mates. Set your limits and prioritize purchases that bring happiness and value to your life. Finally, track your spending regularly and adjust your budget as needed. Your plans to achieve your financial goal should never be a set and forget exercise. Life is unpredictable, and your financial plan should be flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances. Some people review their plans once or twice a year, others prefer to do it more often. These actions only make up half of the plan to your success. Your mindset towards money makes up the other half. Let's face it, we live in a world that thrives on instant gratification. We want things, and we want them now. But this mindset can lead us down a slippery slope, where we prioritize immediate pleasures over our future financial well-being. But here's the thing. True fulfillment and security come from setting and achieving meaningful financial goals. Whether it's buying a home, starting a business, or retiring comfortably, these aspirations require discipline, patience, and a long-term perspective. So, how do we make this shift? Start by defining your financial goals. What do you want to achieve in the next year, 5 years, or even 10 years? Next, Break down these goals into actionable steps and create a plan to reach them. This might involve budgeting, saving, investing, or acquiring new skills to increase your earning potential. Your post-payday money management plans should be at the front of these plans, as they determine what you do when you first have money, and most importantly, cultivate a mindset of delayed gratification. This can be achieved by setting smaller goals towards your end financial goal. Understand that the sacrifices you make today will pay off in the form of greater financial security and fulfillment tomorrow. What we do when we get our money is only one of the many important parts towards our financial goals. How we use it is another important factor. Check out this video to see what can happen when we aren't spending our money correctly.